The Bushcrafty Talks.
What's up? Brr. It's cold out. It is snowing. Brr. Yes, it is snowing. Oh, look at all the leaves over there. Oh, dang. I seen one time somebody was raking all the leaves up and putting them in the, next to the road and all. And some younger guys decide, let's play a joke on them. Let's run through the leaves. Well, there was a fire hydrant hidden within the leaves. The joke was on them. Totally annihilated their little car. One of those little cars that they put that them little mufflers in there and they go. So yeah, it was quite amusing. And I watched the whole thing. And I laughed so dang hard. Sometimes we got poo-poo or an ambulance or something. Nobody's getting out of the way, of course. Come on, people. Sitting there in the way. See, I hear these things. I move directly over to the side of the road as far as I can. Give them room, because there's always some jerk that doesn't get out the way. And then they have to scoot over, or they have to go into other lane. That's why it's always good to try to get over as far as you can. I really should have. It's cold. I should have warmed this thing up before I took off. Get some heat going in this thing. I think the worst part about wintertime is getting into a cold vehicle and touching that cold steering wheel, because it just turns you. If you're warm, grabbing something cold like that will cool you off really quick. But anyways, we're back at the story about the guy that decided, or the kids that decided that it was going to play a joke and blow the guy's leaves all over the yard when they went through, but found out, there's a fire hydrant there. Anyways, what I was saying, sometimes something like that happens. You almost don't want to feel bad for the person, because they did it. It's like karma got them. But then again, if you laugh, doesn't that mean you're doing the same thing they did? And it's kind of like, oh, should I do it or shouldn't? And sometimes the laugh, you can't help yourself. It's just one of those things. Like, karma got the guy, but then again, if you laugh and something like that happens to you, is that karma getting you? And I'm using it as an example, karma. Some people call it something else and whatnot. I figure it's an easier way to explain it. Sometimes when a bad person does something bad, we celebrate that they do something bad, or they got caught doing something bad. You know what I mean? And is it bad that you cheer for that guy getting caught and stuff like that. What we kind of should be doing is praying for those in his family, praying for his victims, instead of celebrating him being caught doing it. You know what I mean? And it could be some, like a crook or somebody stealing from the poor, or stealing from the elderly, or something like that. There's many different versions of this it could be. I'm not saying it's good or bad or anything like that, but so often we celebrate bad things, and it's good that somebody gets caught and they have to be punished for what they did, but we shouldn't celebrate it. I know it's hard. I mean, I do it. I know, and I'm not perfect, and that's the point. But it's a good idea to, think about those who are involved in it. Think about the criminal or the bad guy, or however you want to say it. Think about how what they did and hurts their family and things like that. Because most of the time, these bad people that do things, they have family members too, and it involves them. When somebody in your family does something, it does impact you also. It's just not, just that person. There's a whole line of people, the victim's family, a lot of this. And it's a good idea that instead of celebrating the bad guy getting caught and everything, you can acknowledge it, but then pray for the victims, pray for the bad guy's family. Pray that this person turns his life around and does something good for man or whoever. You know what I mean? And then there are there's so many people that do really bad things, and I can't say that I would forgive somebody for some things, and that's what makes us, we're human. Sometimes you just can't forgive somebody, and that doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you human. And that's the thing. There's so much you could go into this conversation. Just think. Be the role of God, okay? And you sent your son down to live within mankind, and you see all the hardships and stuff that he has to deal with and everything, and you have to sit there and watch your son be put upon a cross. You want oh man, think about the anger and the rage that would have been going through him. And Jesus says, forgive them. They know not what they have done, or something like. Again, I'm not very good at that, but just think of that. Think of that. He stopped himself from just snapping his fingers, and woof, there goes the world. If you sit there and think about it, that he had the power just to snap his fingers and wipe man out completely. And if he can do that, why can't we, forgive those who have done bad to us, or forgive those who have done bad to other people? It's not that easy, let me tell you. But we can always try. And with that, God bless, and never give up.